Guys, come here. Guys, excited because I'm currently at the mall. The reason I'm here is I don't have an actual TBR for the year. I say TBR in a lot of videos, and I don't realize that maybe not everyone knows what that stands for. If you don't know what it is, TBR stands for to be read. Now, essentially, this is just a book wish list that you want to read for the year. Like, you have books that are on your TBR. So once you finish a book, you jump right into the next one because you already have a list of recommended books that you want to read. I don't have that. I have maybe two that I've read, and I've just finished a book. I'm like going on to the next. I'm like, we're getting the ball rolling, is what I'm saying. I'm actually at the mall because we have a Books-A-Million here, and I thought it'd be so cute to go through the bookstore and like find books that way. Like go like read the summaries on the back, look through instead of scrolling on TikTok. Because that's usually what I do is I get recommendations from people on TikTok. But this is cuter because it's like we're at the Scholastic Book Fair again. You remember those? You have to. When you were a kid, at the Scholastic Book Fair, you got like 30 minutes out of your class to go to the book fair. And did everyone just get pencils and stickers and erasers? Yes. No one actually got books. But I want to feel that joy again, that childhood dream of like shopping for books and not buying them. So that's essentially what I'm doing. So strap in, ladies. We're going shopping. Enough with the rambling. We're going inside. We're going to see how brave I am to record in public. Let's go, guys. Hey guys, I just got back from the mall. After Books-A-Million, I had stopped at Marshall's just to see like their planner section and like pens and pencil bags. Tell me why. No, this only happens well, I think it only happens to me. Please tell me if this happens to you. Every single time I am alone, shopping, minding my business in public, I am approached. Tell me if this is a red flag. This is why I didn't act as nice as I could have. Imagine this. I'm looking at the planners. I'm like just browsing through. This lady comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, miss, are you familiar with the area?" And I said, "The mall?" And I'm already like on guard because I always get roped into people trying to sell me things, or they're just trying to persuade me to do something I don't want to do, and they like harp on me so much that I just like fold. Well, I'm not a folding lady anymore. I am fully just rejecting whatever you're trying to offer me. Back to the story. She comes up to me. She's like, "Are you familiar with the area?" I say, "The mall?" And she's like, "The area of the city." And I'm like, yeah. She's like, "Well," and at this point I'm blacked out. I blacked out of whatever she was trying to tell me. But she essentially said that she has a job opportunity. It's for people looking for a job who want to make an extra $2,000 to $3,000. Does this not sound like a scam? And second of all, if it is real, why wouldn't you have a LinkedIn or a Indeed where you look for employees? Why are you going up to random women in the Marshall's planner aisle for job opportunities? She first asked, "Do you know of anybody who would be interested?" And I said, "No." And she's like, "Well, what about you? What do you do for work?" "Not what you're trying to sell me." She's like, "Oh, okay, well, you have a good day." She walks away. Please tell me if that was like, you think it was a scam. Because I really can't tell nowadays. I just assume everything's a scam, so that's why I'm like, I don't try to mess with it. But please tell me if that's like something people would actually do. Because I don't think it was. I think that was really weird, that whole interaction. So please let me know. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, my mall is like the capital for human trafficking in the city. And I just remembered that after I was walking out by myself, and like, that lady really could have snatched me up if she wanted to. So other than that Marshall's experience, The mall went really good. I found a lot of cute, cool books that I'm really excited to put on my TBR. I'm gonna go back home and put them in either on my iPad or my actual journal, and I'll make a TBR list. I'll add on to it because I already started it. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, we're back at home. Now that we're back, I did want to show you because there's just so much in my brain that I don't know where to start. What I'm trying to say is I have been keeping up journaling. You know how in my New Year's resolution goals, one was to start journaling. Well, ladies, we are still journaling. I have a few pages, and it's not like cute spreads that you see on Pinterest. It's like I have thoughts and I need to write them down. Like one of them is literally a to-do list. But it's still cute because it's in marker form. When I tell you I had nothing on it, I'm being so serious. Look. Okay, this other half is my YouTube videos for the month, so I'm trying not to show that. But here is, if you can see that. I'm gonna try to hide my head. I just put on a sticky note the books that I have right now. So one is Animal Farm. It's been widely talked about. And then also Brittany Broski read it. So I was like, I'm the only one being left out. I need to read this book. And then the next one is When the Moon Hatched, is what I'm actually going to start right now. Yeah, she's a thick one, but she's sprayed, which is so cute. It's a fantasy. And all I know is that there's dragons. Let me find the cover because the cover is really cute. Here she is with the cover. Isn't she so pretty? And then there's also a picture on the inside with, I'm guessing, the main character and a dragon. And that is what sold me. I was like, dragons? Yes, please. So that's why actually the book I'm going to be starting for the beginning of the month of February. Now for the books that I found at the bookstore, I at first went to you know what's crazy? I literally said in the clip, playback if you can, I rather go inside a bookstore instead of scrolling on TikTok for recommendations. Just look through instead of scrolling on TikTok. That's usually what I do, is I get recommendations from people on TikTok. But the first thing I did when I went into the bookstore was go to the huge signs labeled Book Talk Books or hashtag FYP or hashtag Spice Talk. Maybe I made that last one up. But anyway, I felt comfort in that area knowing that these were the books that were being recommended on TikTok. So almost the same thing, but the fact that I got to touch the books, it's a different experience. It really is. I feel like I avoided romance, which is insane because that's what I usually go towards. But maybe I'm I've read so many romance books that I just need a new perspective, a new genre, something new to read because you guys know if you read romance books, they all kind of follow the same pattern, but fantasy is where it changes it up a little bit, which is why I love fantasy so much. So I'm going to look at the list and we're going to add them to the TBR and we're going to talk about them and why I chose them. Okay, here she is. I just wrote down the rest of the books. Is there any sort of organization, method, theme? Absolutely not. It's literally, I just kind of went instinct and started scribbling, and this is what occurred. Honestly, kind of cute. I think it's fun. Okay, first book is called Hell Followed Us by Andrew Joseph White. The main reason I picked it up was the cover is so beautiful. Are you kidding? And I love a matte texture on a cover. Of course I'm going to judge these books by their covers. That's what makes me pick them up. Don't try to be all, what is the word? You're above everybody else because I don't judge a book by its cover. Yes, you do, because why else would you pick it up if it didn't attract your attention? You're judging it. Summary. So the book, what I know, is about a 16-year-old boy. His name is Benji, which was the name of my now gone goat. So it's really the first one. But it's in a world where they're using him because he has this power that's really strong. So he ends up escaping the group that has him. They're literally using him. He escapes them and he joins this ragtag team of misfits, basically, who are trying to oppress the leaders who are controlling their society. And I'm here for a rebellion rivalry type of novel. It sounds super exciting. That's basically the gist of the summary. Probably should have just read the summary, but this is the way I picked it up and it sounds cool. One of the books I'm about to talk about, literally, it's called The Night and Its Moon. Honestly, I'm not gonna be able to describe it, okay? But I'm just gonna read I'm gonna tell you about it next. The next book I have is called The Night and Its Moon by Piper CJ. Instead of reading the summary to you, this is what I remember. It's about these two kids, I assume, starting off because they're an orphanage, and I think they like either are in love or they're just so attached, like they're basically like a couple. But I am not completely sure. And they like try to find their way back to each other. Like, why can I not describe any of these books? I should just not go too deep into it. Basically, what really caught my attention not only was the cover because it's beautiful, also that there's two people that are so attached to each other that they'll do anything to get back to each other. And I thought that was so cute. I need to read a relationship like that because that sounds perfect. I'm honestly just gonna go into the summaries of just those two books because as we keep moving forward, I realize I do not describe things well. Well, I don't describe things well if I don't know what they are and what's going on, which I don't. I really just like the covers of these books and the slight summary that I read on the back. I'm just gonna tell you what's the rest on my TBR. The Warrior King by Abigail Owen. What I remember about this is that there's a guy and I think he can turn into a dragon. Are you kidding? Did you just throw that in my lap, knowing that I couldn't put it down? You know the issue and the problem I have about dragons? And you put a book like that in front of me. Of course you're going on my TBR. I mean, of course. Then we have Unwanted by Mia Sheridan? Mia. Okay. And this one was about, it's a mystery, which is really cool. I think it's mystery romance, probably, which I've never read, which is exciting. It's about a murder, or there's like a serial killer in this town, and no one can find out who it is. But there's this one guy that's like outcasted from the town, but like lives on the edge of it. People are like, I guess, blaming him that he's the killer. So the main girl like goes to investigate, and like they get along, and she gets to know him, and is like, why do people think he's a killer? He's like a really cool guy. He just has his secrets. So a little mystery romance. I'm set, and I'm here for that. Dr. Seuss. Okay. And then next is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. Yes. What was this one about? So yeah, honestly don't know anything about that one. Also had a really pretty cover. I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, that's the 5 books that I found at the bookstore today. But maybe after I finish When the Moon Hatched, we will go back to the bookstore. We'll have to see. Or maybe I'll just buy it on my Kindle. If y'all have never seen my Kindle before, here she is. Is she focused? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I yapped about enough for one video. Didn't think I was gonna go this in depth about books. But a little secret for y'all. My dream. I have only told a few people this, and I think it's time to share with the rest of y'all. My real dream is to just make videos about books. Precisely just to be a booktuber. I mean, I can't imagine a world where my job is just to read, because that's a paradise. So, but I know not everybody is interested in books. Hey, that's okay, brother. Okay? You like what you like, I'll like what I like. So that's why this channel is not strictly book stuff, but this is my first shot at like bringing in the conversation of books, which I love to do. And that's why I yapped so much in this video. So sorry, but thanks for sticking around anyway. Love y'all for that. Thank you guys so much for watching and coming along with me to the store. It was really scary, so thank you for being there, especially on my own. Want to see more videos? Make sure to like and subscribe. And I post weekly, so I'll be seeing y'all guys next week. I love you so much. See y'all later. Bye.